in the blue. Hwang, a famous name in women's judo in the Republic of Korea. They had Hwang Yesul for some years. Hugely successful athlete.
Well, we haven't seen Hwang before, have we? 135 on the world rankings, but
we're seeing her now.
Yeah, making a good account of herself here.
She defeated Milica Nikolic in round one. She lost in the quarter-final to the #1 seed, Masha Balhaus. That put her in the repechage. She didn't have to go up against Bayan Munk. Bayan Munk had picked up an injury in a previous contest, so she's been reasonably lucky then to get to this point. Chance for her to take a medal at a Grand Slam. They don't give those away, so having had 5 goes at it, she'll be really pleased if she can pick up a medal, and it will be the first medal for her on the World Tour. She's had 2 bites at a Grand Prix.
That's what I was saying earlier, though, Sheldon, that you get a lot of new ones, don't you? You know, they break through that glass ceiling, and away it goes.
That was away from him, the landing.
It was. He did well there. It wasn't quite score. Looking for the shimiwaza here. Geertes. Yes. Just, you can see the beginning of the Yuko, yeah, just around about that area there, just a tad more.
This is what we were looking at for the whole of the last cycle, that point where we're not going to give a score and some clarity. And if it is that they say front landing, you know, both knees, no chance of getting anything.
Look at the Wazari now. That has clarity now. Even the referees just said to me now,
they feel better with the Wazari.
They feel better with the clarity, yeah. 90 degrees
done.
More,
yeah.
Done.
Yeah. Borbana in the chair. One of the nicest. But a lot of the big guys are nice, aren't they?
They're lovely, yeah.
He was particularly nice. Good to have a chat with. Tried to make something happen from that drop, but there was nothing from the top there. Just drop and hoped that she would come round.
I think that's the difference, isn't it? It's drop and hope, you know, as opposed to drop and turn, rotate, control.
좀 더 이거 붙으지 말고 딱 펴.
This is where she could score, actually, if she works hard there. She left her neck up just open a little bit, Hwang, a couple of times.
penalty free, we enter into the golden score period. Oh no, we're not. There's a penalty apiece. I thought they'd avoided picking up penalties, but there they are. There's a lot of effort from Huang, but they're not really threatening.
Not really threatening, but and then Huertas, I mean, you've got to say that just by posturing isn't enough either, is it? You know, just by being dominant and standing above your opponent.
Yes, if it continued like this, with Huang throwing in these weaker but ineffective attacks, and Gertiash just standing up there looking as though she wanted a fight, Gertiash would pick up a second and then eventually a third Judo. So she's going to have to get going, and Huang
Across the face, that
is going to have to be Huang's going to have to be a bit more punchy than it was, and that was the sure sign that it had gone across the face. And Gertiash does pick up a second penalty for passivity. So Huang can keep up the Korean attack pace. I don't know if you agree with that, but there's a tempo that they've got and a type of attack, some methods of them attacking.
It's a method, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what it is,
and it works. You know, you step up the tempo, and all of a sudden your opponent begins to fall behind. They get desperate, but you always beat them to the attack.
That arm lock might be on there.
Just a little bit too far away. It was down between the wrist and the elbow, and it was always sliding away. And it was a slightly awkward position as well. She just managed to squeeze out of that. Looks as though she's still got a little bit left in the tank. Huang threw in that last attack, very much along the lines of the previous attacks. Not really close enough to threaten her, but close enough to say, okay, that's a valid attack.
She's the one taking the chances, and like I say, the posturing's not enough here. It might be a third Judo here.
One more cycle for her. Wasn't that long ago that she had the second, and it's actually turned out to be the other way. She's too clever. For me, this has been a really good exhibition of recognition of tactics here. The whole of the life cycle, we allowed that as an attack. But what we're saying now is, under the, taking into context, there's two Judos here, and you don't intend to throw.
There's no intention.
There's no intention to throw here. You've just thrown this attack in for show, because if they'd allowed that, they would then have had to turn to Gertiash and say, I'm sorry, but you're passive. But this is not, that wasn't a valid attack, and it was Huang who picked up the penalty for a false attack. Even there, she hasn't got the rotation. Huang was lucky to get away with not picking up a penalty for a false attack herself. So here is one of the things that I think the players are going to have to tighten up on. The seriousness of their efforts and their attempts to attack. They've got to be proper attacks. They're much sharper now on recognizing and penalizing false attacks.
I think that's going to do it, isn't it? That's two clear ones. Last one.
Yep.
If she comes in first this time, Huang.
But a good strong one.
Yeah. And there it is.
And there it is.
That's it. That's going to do it. That will wrap it up.
That'll do. Yeah.
Yeah, so all over.
Yeah, so there's a little bit to work on for some of the athletes, just to make sure that they understand. Those athletes looking for a first ever IJF World Tour medal, yes. This is her first Grand Slam as well.
Nice, that's going to score a Yuko, I think, yes. Yuko goes on. Beautiful that was. Sanchez right the way underneath. She's gone onto the arm. Now, can she put it under pressure? She will put it under pressure. Is it out straight? Does the right thing there to turn in, to escape there. That was quite cool, calm and collected, wasn't it? That. Well, the Yuko cancelled then for the, it didn't quite have the landing for the side. It was fast.
And then back onto the front,
yeah.
You know, away from the target area, they're going to score it. But it's some kind of landing and then going away from the target area. That's a little bit.
But it can have a landing and then go onto the front, can't it? Do you know what I mean? And very quickly.
Well, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Plenty of time left on the clock. Only 2 years difference between the pair of them, Nisevic and Leyva Sanchez. Nisevic is 20. And if my maths is right, that makes Leyva Sanchez 22. Sorry.
Yeah. That's, is that going to score this time? She's on top for the Newaza. She'll, that wasn't far off either, I don't think.
Yeah, same thing with the body position. They're demonstrating here that if you're landing anywhere on your front, we're not giving it to you.
Not going to get it. No.
Yeah. I actually like that. Thought about the Kataguruma there, Leyva Sanchez. Not quite the delivery that we saw with Verstraeten.
No, exactly.
he had that one completely wrapped up, didn't he? I wonder if we'll have Mr. Verstraeten as one of our
guests
he's on
yes.
Golden Score, is he?
Yes.
Oh, you saw that. Oh, well done. Yeah. Or is that you're letting out the bag here with the techniques?
I'm not letting it out the bag. No, Mr. Verstraeten. I think Robin was saying to use him. So, yes, there'll be one on Golden Score. Be interested to see exactly how he feels coming into this one, other than Paris.
Yes, I can't help anyone with gold on our group today, because I don't think I've...
This might score. Oh,
ooh.
Well, they were loaded up there, weren't they? Good attacking from both of these. Leyva Sanchez getting close there with that Surigoshi. Big hips across.
just went in there at the same time.
Oh, that's was Ari. Oh, was it an Ippon? It was Ippon. Wow, good change of direction there, wasn't it, from Lina Sanchez? Right underneath the referee there. He had no hesitation, actually. He can roll as long as it's really quick with the roll and effective with the finish. And then one went to golden score, where she won in about 7 seconds in golden score.
So Nisevic, the youngster, is still just, you know, coming out of juniors, gave Abe a good run for her money. And then Gertjash, who's also a youngster, you know, was, you know, run over basically.
Yeah.
But if she could have had, Abe, I think, if Abe could have had 4 or 5 contests here, I think she'd have been happier. You know, to come out, be in the middle.
I think she wanted mat time, didn't she?
Yeah, get out in the middle, feel good about it.
Rusty, you know, like, and something bad has happened, you just have to kind of rescue it.
And the other thing is that it's not something that happened in isolation, that only a few people got to see or got to hear about.
Everybody, the whole world.
Everybody saw it. Everybody in judo got to see it. If there was a big story of the games, that was it. Abe, you know,
well, if it can happen to herself, you know, to one of the Abes or to Teddy Renier, then it can happen to anybody, can't it? You know. So so close, couple of times now. That Uchimata wasn't far off, and that Sodi Sura Kamigoshi there was close as well. Now looking for the turn. Can she get it? Yeah, she'll go into the Osai Komi from here.
Ballhaus fighting it off.
Yeah, I mean, the power from Ballhaus. I mean, you can see that she's physically stronger. That's what she's got. There's the Sodi Sura Kamigoshi there. One arm, one-handed.
Yes, the best thing for me is for her to have a few tough ones, win them in real style, but not just where you roll
Not just
over
walk
people.
over them, no. Well, and you can see there that she's got a plan here, Ballhaus, to come out and try and get the head down for Abe to see if she can placate her.
You come up with a...
Well, easier said than done, isn't it? I mean, you know, they have their own way, and I always use them as an example of people that can adapt to situations. You watch her adapt to that big right arm coming over. She'll take it off. Oh, and that wasn't far off, was it? It was good. You know, it's Koso Dagak there is definitely Ballhaus's big chance.
I was thinking, I wonder if you'll Koso Dagaki or maybe the Tanio Toshi. I shouldn't really, but...
Yes.
Also because we are a little bit less likely to penalise bear hugs. Bear hugs have to be with the hands clasped. So you can wrap your arms around.
And you can run in and do
go.
it as
And go
well,
running
you
and
know,
go,
that's
yeah.
the whole idea.
Yeah.
2 Shidos for Ballhaus.
As you say, physically strong. Just the opportunities for using that physical strength to come up with something. They're few and far between because you've got to have a really good grip on, and Abe is pretty good at keeping.
I think what it did do, didn't it? It showed a little chink in the armour. And, you know, there's when you have a chink, people chip away at those chinks, don't they, you know?
I want to go at that.
Yeah. Now just needs to get that that leg out. If she can get her onto her back here now, re-stabilize, which she's going to do. And look at that, the Kashiwazaki extraction there and directly into the Osaikomi. And that was so simple, wasn't it? But simple is straightforward and easy for these because they just do thousands and thousands of repetitions. And I'm talking about the Japanese team specifically with that particular move. So I don't know how many times I've seen the great Kashiwazaki sensei do that one. Wraps the arm up, just extract the leg. Seen a lot of double lapels as well doing the same kind of thing there. Abe Uta with a good performance here. She'll be feeling a little bit better about herself.